Good afternoon and welcome to the second webinar that is organized in order to inform you about second year universities. I will just mute my sound here. So the second year universities, where these universities explain actually what the universities is about, what you can expect in terms of courses, but also practicalities. So on the side of your screen, so if you log into YouTube with your IMBSC accounts, very important that you log into YouTube with your IMBSC account. You will see on the right-hand side of the video part, there is a chat box. Yeah? In that chat box, you can post questions you have for Christophe that will present in a minute from Nice. And so after his presentation, we will go through the questions and see where we can provide an answer immediately or where we should do some follow-up. So Christophe, I leave the floor now to you. And students that are following, please feel free to ask your questions. Thank you.
Oh.
I see that there is some problems, Christophe, with your connection, probably. Can we try again? So I notice we've lost. Just see. Christophe, can you hear me?
Is it better?
Yeah, this is better. Yeah. Yeah. Next try.
I'm talking to, of course.
Okay, we lost connection again. So let's wait a few seconds. Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, try again.
Yeah, try again. You can present.
Where's the live? Okay, so it was working just a few minutes before, so we try again. So again, I'm really happy to present you the modules at University Côte d'Azur for your first semester next year. Okay. Is it working, Tim? I can go ahead.
Yeah, you can go ahead. No problem.
Okay, so welcome to the Côte d'Azur. Yes, University Côte d'Azur. Just for you to know where you could.
We don't see any slide. Sorry to disturb. Don't see a slide. We just open the PowerPoint. But I think when you know it better. Yeah.
Okay, that's we're doing it again. I'm really sorry about that.
No.
Maybe if I do that, that's going to be better. Do you see my screen?
Okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, thank you to be there, Tim, by the way. So what is University Côte d'Azur? So it's a university gathering different skills coming from main cities of the Côte d'Azur. So if you're not comfortable with this notion, let's say that Côte d'Azur comes from Cannes, Antibes, Nice, and Monaco. First thing is that they are well deserved because there's highway, train station all through this axis. And we are here mostly focused on Sophia Antipolis, just for you to know where we are. And so we are just 1-2 hours from Toulon, Saint-Tropez, the Esterel, the ski resorts, Italia, and even Corsica. And I will come back to this later. So just a quick introduction about where we are. University Côte d'Azur is also a new entity that has been created 3 years ago, gathering skills from University of Nice, the historical French science university, together with national entities like CNRS, I don't know if you know maybe, and Schema Business School, which is so private business school. And so all together, we are now University Côte d'Azur. Just for you to understand the context of that, last year we opened a new education program called MARES at the master level, gathering skills in science, conservation, and valorization of marine resources. So in here we have different approach in research, conservation, but also in the private sector, like consultancy companies and entrepreneurship. So we have a lot of different types of courses, of course, are for most of them centered in science and marine science, biology, statistics, biotechnology, but also in law and science and society. So it's in this context that we propose different modules, which are here, management and conservation of coastal areas, dynamics of marine biodiversity and conservation, human-induced impacts on coastal ecosystems, and the online course that all the students will have, so in project management, data management, and scientific communication. So if we can proceed to the details. A few details. The first modules, the first of the modules you will have is management and conservation of coastal areas. You have different keywords here at stake. Ecology, of course, first, marine ecology. We speak, for example, about MPAs, the marine protected areas, in terms of ecological worlds, but also in terms of law and economy. So in other words, here is to combine the scientific ecologic knowledge on conservation and management with the more societal aspects with law and economy. Next one is dynamics of marine biodiversity and conservation. Here, students learn how to measure biodiversity. So we speak about the different metrics in biodiversity. We speak also about the functional diversity and about conservation. So how we can better protect the species with a conservation approach. So once again, we connect that to society. This module is partly taught here at University Côte d'Azur at Sophia Antipolis, so in Nice, we'll say. And another part is a field trip where you collect your data that will be useful after this to understand the concepts. Then, last one, which is human-induced impact on coastal ecosystems, where here we want to measure the impact of humans on the coastal areas. So it's related to ecology. It's related to also environmental consultancy companies. So it's a skill that you can get here to go to the private sector if you want. A picture you have just in front of you is an extension at Monaco. Monaco is extending its territory. And of course, this comes with a lot of consequences that we as scientists have to, well, manage the best. For example, this extension is just close to a marine protected area. And the last one, so it's the online class that you will have wherever you will go. Project management, data management, and scientific communication. So here it's an online class, but also you will take benefit of the coaching proposed by the researchers here at University Côte d'Azur. If we move on step by step to the practicalities, you have here the schedule. So nothing is planned on September. So the period when you have to come here at University Côte d'Azur will be from early October to, let's say, early or mid-December. So you can see here that you have the different modules together. So it's starting the first week of October and ending at the end of the first week of December. And then you can continue. I don't know if you see my mouse here, but you can stay at University Côte d'Azur to benefit from the library and the coaching from the researchers, as I told you, to finish the project management, the online class. If we move on to the practicalities to where we are, you have here 4 different areas that correspond to the Côte d'Azur. On the top left, this is an idea of Sophia Antipolis, really. So as you can see, it's a hill with forest, so it's really calm, just by the sea. It's where most of the teachings will be given. On the top right, it's to give you also an idea of Villefranche-sur-Mer, one of the village close to Sofia, and where you will be able to go for the field trip. And also on the bottom left, this is Monaco, where of course we will go to the museum, Oceanographic Museum of Monaco. And on the bottom right, this is Nice and the Science Campus Valrose. To come back to this, so once again, we are at Sophia Antipolis, but some of the teachings or the field trip will be given at Nice, at Villefranche-sur-Mer, or in Antibes, or in Cannes also. This is Sophia Antipolis. You could ask yourself, or you could ask me where you can live there. Alors, Sophia Antipolis is an activity park. So Les Lucioles, which is our campus, is connected to, really well connected with public transport system. We're in France, but it's working pretty well. You can live in surrounding cities, maybe you know Nice, Antibes, Juan-les-Pins, Valoris, Valbonne. You can take some time to have a look if you want to find a flat here. You have bus lines, so it's working really well. And some of these bus lines, especially to Nice, are high level of comfort, which is not the case everywhere in France. If we move on now, we zoom in on the Sophia Antipolis region. Les Lucioles, once again in blue here, is connected to the tissue of science and activity around. All the yellow buildings are other University Côte d'Azur buildings. And so you can benefit from this with a lot of sports facilities, shopping centers, activities, and others. We zoom in on the Lucioles buildings. As you can see, you have some student residences just close by. There are private residences, but if you want, you can apply. This is our building, one of the buildings of University Côte d'Azur. So you have possibilities, of course, to park if you have a car, but I think it's not really likely. We enter in the building, and so here you have the brand new facilities from Mares at University Côte d'Azur, with classrooms, but also study rooms. Bottom left, it's a cohort of the IMBSC students together with our Mares students a few weeks ago. And on bottom right, it's a committee evaluating a student presentation. So we base our teachings a lot on these student presentations, where we ask other students to also participate in the assessment to give advices to their peers. It's something that we develop a lot. Also, some field trips. The one you see here is from this year, from the IMBSC students this year in Corsica. So it's something that we still have to talk to decide if we come back to Corsica or if we do this in one of our fantastic places we have also on the continent, on the mainland at Villefranche-sur-Mer or in Nice. But anyway, the idea is to collect information from the marine biodiversity and then to measure biodiversity and then to use some statistics to take decisions. The Lucioles building, once again, the blue one, is really just in a tissue of University Côte d'Azur buildings, and just on the opposite side of the road, you have the learning center, where you have this library open really late. I think it's until 11 in the evening. Brand new library, really. And at something like 5-10 minutes by bus, you have the housing facilities, which is called CIV. Alors, to be honest, before I show you the pictures, this is the first option, okay? I will give you other options, but we wanted to propose you a first really basic option with basic accommodation, cafeteria, really small but efficient ballrooms, and some sport facilities. And so here, this CIV option is at something like 450 euros per month, including accommodation and food for every day, lunch, dinner, even breakfast, including the weekend. So 450 euros. That's I think that's really cheap for Côte d'Azur, but of course you have a lot of other options that you can live in Nice, in one of the student residence, also at Sophia Antipolis. Okay, so I don't know exactly if you have maybe questions, if you will have more questions in a short amount of time, but I remain available to you. Tim, do you want to add something, or can I add something, you think?
Yeah, you can add something. I'm watching the video, let's say the YouTube channel. So far, no questions. So,
can I add something? You think? Oh, just not it. So it was my voice.
No questions. So maybe important. Immediately after the webinar is closed, the video will be up, let's say 5 to 10 minutes later, so you can watch it later on as well if you wish to see that there's 7 people are watching. No, so if we can wait for maybe 1 more minute. If there's no questions coming in, then we can close the webinar.
Yeah. Anyway, if you have questions, you can ask me directly. Tim, I think you can maybe send my email address, christophe.moquet@univ.desur.fr. Or anyway, students can also go to Facebook and search for UCA, for Université Côte d'Azur Marais, UCA Marais. This semester, you can also contact us directly, or by email or by Facebook, or what you prefer.
Okay, I see no questions coming in, so yeah, I think we can close the webinar here. Christophe, thank you for the presentation, and if questions come in later, yeah, we'll forward them, or they can contact you directly. The website will be updated. Also, we make sure that presentation is available via the website as well. So, thank you already.
Yeah, thank you.